If you are looking for a single to double stroller, you don't want to spend thousands of dollars, maybe you've been eyeing the Vista but no, it just is not in your budget, you cannot go wrong in my opinion with the Mockingbird. If you have been in the market for a high quality single to double stroller, but one that does not break the bank, yes, I'm talking about not spending thousands of dollars on a stroller, and you have clicked the right video. If you are new here, hi, I am Haley. I talk about all things motherhood and toddlerhood and activities and play and screen free and toy organization and all the things. So if you have a toddler or if you have a baby gonna be a toddler, hit subscribe because I'm sure these videos will be hopefully helpful for you. This is not sponsored, this is solely my opinion. I'm not getting paid to say these things. The brand does not know who I am. When I was pregnant and I was looking for strollers, of course I kept seeing a bunch of strollers out there, right? But they were all really expensive, or maybe they weren't as expensive, but they couldn't convert to a double. And I knew that I would likely probably have more than one kid. So I was like, okay, what options are there that don't suck, but also don't make me feel like I'm spending thousands of dollars? Because A, I just couldn't do that, and B, like, I don't want to do that. So I came across Mockingbird, and this was back in 2021, and I need to check, but I feel like Mockingbird was very new back then. When I would search it, I found some videos, and I found some good comparison videos to the Mockingbird and the Vista, the UPPAbaby Vista. So I was like, okay, let's do it. You know, I cannot afford the Vista. So fast forward, it has now been pretty much 4 years. My daughter turns 4 in a couple months, and I have been loving our Mockingbird. That being said, we have had some issues with it. One thing I really, really love about Mockingbird is that they have a lifetime warranty, and we put that to the test. The thing that happened is one of our wheels fell off. They sent us some new wheels. Then the bar on the base, which you'll see in the video, just snapped right off, and they sent us a whole new stroller. But because now they have a 2.0 version, we got the 2.0, and so I got to see kind of firsthand, like side by side, the differences between these two strollers, so you get to see them too. And obviously, I don't think they sell the original anymore, but you really see, I think, through the changes, just how much this company cares about listening to their customers and changing things that may not have worked. Okay, so here are both strollers just with the single seat side by side. So this is the old version. This is the new version. I'm gonna zoom in on some parts because it is kind of hard to tell until you're like close up of the details that have changed, but overall, it's the same basic size. The newer one does feel a lot sturdier, a little bit heavier. I don't really wanna say like it's that big of a difference by any means, but it just feels stronger. They just sent me a replacement. So obviously I got the same option of the brown leather. They still push very smooth in my opinion. When you do add on that double seat, obviously it gets a little bit harder to push, but that's going to be, in my opinion, with any double stroller at that point. So yeah, the wheels are great. Even on this other one, I can't complain. But I do think, which we can zoom in on later, I do think the wheels are a little bit sturdier on the 2.0. So let's zoom in a little bit closer to really compare the differences between 2.0 and the original. The baskets still look pretty much the same. The wheels look pretty much the same. You know, how far out that sticks, and the seats look pretty much the same. Turn around a little bit. So as you can see, this base bar is so much more sturdy and thicker on the 2.0. And that's actually why we got sent the 2.0. As if we go in on here, this snapped off. Again, it is almost 4 years old. We have 2 children in there, and I'm sure we use it a lot. The wheels also seem a little bit, like very, very slightly larger. My husband thinks there's like a slight angle difference. Those are both at the upmost position. So I do think that he might be right. Like the 2.0 might ever so slightly, like just have like a little different angle. I wouldn't even know if I would say it's like higher. I don't know. You tell me. Can't fully decide if I think that it's higher or different. And they both still collapse by sliding that top lever and squeezing in the bottom button. One thing that I forgot to mention, which my husband thinks is a downfall with the Mockingbird, but I don't see it as an issue because I just wouldn't do this. However, beware that because the handle is how it folds, theoretically you could fold the stroller while your children are in it / moving. Anyway, don't try it because it does happen. And again, I don't know why you would be doing that, but my husband tried it out and it did not go great. thank goodness for his quick reflexes and people being strapped in. I will say the fold just seems so much easier and kind of more smooth with the 2.0. Again, that could just be after having ours for 4 years, you know, wear and tear, or it could just be that much more smooth and the way they upgraded it. Here is the original again. To adjust the handlebars, you just use 2 hands. You can rotate it multiple different ways, which I really enjoy. You fold it, but you squeeze this in and you pull at the same time. You just tip down. So again, if I turn this sideways, same thing. These adjust at different heights. Down, same thing. So I don't know if you could tell based on that, but it is a lot quicker and smoother. Side by side, it just, you can kind of tell like the fold differences. Obviously one has the sunshade on it and one doesn't, but they look pretty similar to me. Actually, I would kind of say, like looking from this angle, that the original kind of looks narrower, but I don't know that that's the case. It's very minimal of a difference, if any. For a single to double, I think it's not the end of the world by any means. Another difference that we've noticed is the side right here. So we actually had to have a replacement. I don't remember if it was a recall. I want to say it was like a voluntary recall to stabilize this part. So that obviously we added on, but now looking at that 2.0, it just looks sturdy, a lot stronger. Another slight difference, the way that these straps go in the seat are different. That is the original version. You had to like slide it through these little loops. 2.0, the threading is different. There's no loops, as you can see, and same with the back. So here's the back of, oh, there is the original, and the way that you adjust the harnesses and the straps. And on the 2.0, it looks like this. Main difference that I can tell overall is that width of that bar and the sturdiness of that bar, maybe the wheels being slightly stronger and more sturdy, and the way that they have redone this situation to make it more sturdy, and I think the fold to be more sturdy. But overall, Mockingbird, I just think is a great stroller option if you are looking for a great single to double stroller without breaking the bank. And they have amazing customer service. Every time we've had an issue, they've been very responsive. So that has been really wonderful and helpful as a mom. I want to go back and look at Mockingbird's website because I've added so much since I purchased my stroller back in 2021. They have like a little, I don't even know the word, I'll have to look it up. It's like a little stand that if you have like a third kid or even just like an older kid and like one seat that they can like stand and ride on. I love that. I think they have like a bassinet feature now. I don't think they had that back in the day. So many more colors. I love that you can like swap out the sunshades if you do want to switch colors, if that's like your vibe. I'm just really impressed with the warranty. I'm really impressed with the quality, customer service, and I wanted to share it with you because I know these videos were what I was looking for when I was on the journey to find a stroller. I didn't know what I wanted in a stroller. I didn't know what would actually be good. So hearing it from people who actually have it and have used it, and we have used the stroller for 4 years, that's what I want to hear. And that's where I'm like, okay, if it works for them, then that could work for me. If you've taken anything from this video, it is Mockingbird has a great warranty, it is a great price, and I think it's a great product for what you get, what you pay. You do not need to be spending thousands of dollars on a stroller. There's just so many more costs in parenthood that you're going to be doing, and it's just not worth it. This is not sponsored. This is solely my opinion. I'm not getting paid to say these things. The brand does not know who I am. I just wanted to share these opinions with you because I actually care and want to share things with you that actually make a difference in my motherhood journey. So if that's something that you're into, make sure you're hitting the subscribe button. I'm going to keep sharing what is real and works for me because motherhood is too hard to gatekeep and to just like sugarcoat everything.